Joining us now on The Fan, the Executive Vice President, CEO, and Director of Player Personnel for the Dallas Cowboys of the National Football League. It's Stephen Jones with us on The Fan. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How you doing?
Doing good, thank you. The breaking news this afternoon, we've been talking about it, the NFL and the PA talking about possibly postponing games this weekend. Now, you guys are doing pretty good on this, but other teams are struggling to keep it contained. Do you think it's possible for you guys to hold this off for another 2 months and stay healthy like you guys have?
Yes, I think we can. I mean, I think our guys are certainly very conscientious about, how they go about their business each and every day, each week, and certainly committed to, to winning and, winning the East, and then certainly taking care of what our goals may be after that if we can get the East won. So, I just think our guys are totally committed, and they've done a good job. You're not going to be perfect. I mean, you can't control, your kids at school and, what they bring, what they might bring home, but certainly, our eyes are wide open. We're following the science and doing the very best we can. But certainly there's teams that, are struggling right now. And as a league, we're looking at that. We had meetings this week, and we'll continue to, look at ways that we can improve our protocols and see what we ought to be doing as we head down the home stretch here.
Well, and Stephen, we're getting all sorts of different reports in real time that it sounds like we're going to probably have Tuesday football this week for a couple of different games. Like, how adaptable and how fluid do you guys have to be about that? I've seen a report where the Raiders are like, oh, no, we heard people had to forfeit. We don't want to do this. How fluid do owners and front office guys have to be because this is so uncharted?
Well, I think you have to be very fluid. And, that's a little bit comes with the NFL, certainly not to this degree when you're talking about the COVID and the pandemic. But, injuries are a part of our game. You have to be able to, hopefully you've put together, 85 guys who can go out there at one point or another and help you win football games. But I do think, in this day and time, being able to play option quarterback, being able to make adjustments, being able to do the things you have to do to win games is part of this. And certainly, the league office is going to do what's in the best interest of the league, of all 32. And, there's going to have to be some people who do adjust and have to make adjustments in order to make this work.
Stephen, you've, here we are in week 15, and the one thing coming out of training camp was everybody was looking forward to the consistency of your 5 offensive linemen. And it appears, again, you're probably going to have some shuffling going on in this game this week, though. Now that you look back at all this, you've done a great job with your depth. But as you look back on it now, you're like, you had to not anticipate that. You were thinking, hey, we're going to have the same 5 guys, and we're just going to go forward and have that continuity. Has it been one of those things that you kind of look at maybe some of your offensive struggles because you haven't had the same 5 guys really all year long?
Well, that can't be an excuse. You'd be naive in the National Football League to think you're going to start the same 5 offensive linemen every game of the year. I mean, I'm sure there's a few examples out there that a team or two may have done it, but shoot, it seems like every time we're playing a team, they're missing for one reason or another. A lineman, 2 linemen, they're missing one for the year. I mean, that's just part of it, Brian. At the end of the day, that's why you get your depth. That's why you draft. You keep drafting linemen early, and you give yourself a chance. And, in a perfect world, would you like to have the same 5 out there and have that continuity and have them working in unison as a unit? Absolutely. But that's certainly, for the most part is unrealistic. So your next step you do is do the very best you can and put the best group you can in there together, and you have to make it work, not make excuses.
Well, Stephen, we're starting to hear maybe some whispers coming out and, of things that maybe you're going to go back with Connor Williams playing as your left guard. The decision was made because of the penalties and stuff like that. But to go back to Connor Williams, can you give us a little insight if in fact that's the case, why you're going back with him at left guard?
Well, we'll see how that works out this week as we move forward. Certainly, it's under consideration, but we're lucky to have both Connors, and certainly, they're different players. They play the same position. I do think Connor McGovern sometimes seems to play better at right guard than left guard, but those guys go in there and battle. They make each other better. And as I said, each one of them have a different skill set in terms of what they can bring to the table. Obviously, Connor Williams was playing some good football, but the penalties are something that we've got to clean up, and he's got to clean up in his game. And if he gets another opportunity, then certainly I know he's been focusing on that, and hopefully we'll clean that up and be a better player. At the same time, Connor McGovern's learning that left side and getting better each week. But certainly, this all goes into the mix as you try, as you work to put your best 5 guys out there that give us the best chance to have some continuity and move the football, execute on a consistent basis, and play good offense.
Is Stephen Jones with us? The other part of that running game, obviously, is the backs. And the Zeke part of it's really interesting to me. I was wondering if you could take us through sort of, we watch on TV, and you can see limping and discomfort. So, I guess the specifics of how he can't hurt that further and how it is getting better according to him and everybody else, and then also Pollard's health. How are you feeling about those guys?
Well, we just, Zeke got dinged on a run that had nothing to do with his previous injuries. So, when you're playing running back, you're taking the fire and you're taking on bullets, and that's part of what comes with that position. But we feel good about Zeke's health, feel good about him playing against the Giants, and certainly Pollard's had a much better week. He's given himself a chance to play against the Giants. It'll come down again to a game-time type decision, but feel like he's made improvement and will have a better chance to play than he had a chance last week.
It's easy to feel good watching this defensive line play right now, Stephen. How good do you think the defense is?
Well, I think it keeps getting better, and if we can stay healthy and give ourselves the opportunity to keep some of these guys, especially these pass rushers, on the field, then it just you saw what happens when we can get that pressure. It helps the back end. It helps everybody make plays on the ball, whether it's sack strip fumbles, sacks, all the pressure that comes with it, on top of the fact, these guys don't have to cover them as long, and they can make plays on the ball in terms of getting interceptions and those type of things. And I just think this group's coming together, and I think you'll see continued improvement. We just got to keep everybody healthy and on the field, and I just think we got a great group for Dan Quinn to work with. I think he's got a great scheme that fit these guys' skill sets and will give us the opportunity to, win that turnover battle. And we all understand in the NFL, when you win that turnover battle, there's a good chance you're going to win the football game.
Now, Stephen, we do these segments in talk radio all the time about the defense in terms of who gets the most credit. The guys who scouted and acquired the talent, the new defensive coordinator, the players themselves. So the level they're playing at right now, how do you power rank who gets the credit for this?
Well, it's the full team, full body of work. I mean, I think everybody has a hand in this. Obviously Will's group does a great job of going out, whether it's pro or college, and scouting these guys. At the same time, he's got great communication with Coach McCarthy, with Dan Quinn, with Kellen Moore, with Bones, our whole group, in terms of what type of football players we're looking for that fit their vision for what we want to be, whether it's what we want to be on offense, defense, or special teams. There's great communication. And then, of course, it's also important that you draft guys who are the right kind of guys, if you will, that love the game, that want to play hard. And that's where hats off to this group of men on this team. They want to be great. As we started the show, they're taking care of their business off the field during the week and doing everything they can to stay healthy. And, I think our guys, I know, they want to win a championship. And so the credit goes, from top to bottom. In my mind, it's a team effort. It's a full body of work, and certainly everybody's doing their job.
Last thing, Stephen, because we started a problem yesterday in Cowboys World on Twitter with Amari Cooper, who we interview every week. Micah Parsons is the fastest linebacker slash edge guy I've probably ever seen play football. So we asked Amari, could he beat him in a race? And he said Micah would have absolutely no chance. Micah disagrees. Now, we're not going to let him race because we don't want to pull a hammy. But do you have an opinion on who would win it?
Oh, boy, you're talking about two fast guys. I'm I'm not going to pick sides on this one. I'm just glad we got them both, and I know they're both extremely fast. And like I said, we're just fortunate that we have them both on our team, and I think the proof is there on the tape. When you turn it on and you see these guys running, there's no question that they have elite speed.
Appreciate your time as always, Stephen. Give them hell up there. We'll be pulling for you.
Sounds great, guys. Take care.
You too.
Have a good holiday.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Holiday.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.